Okay, we are still here at the Writers Road Trip in Erie, Pennsylvania at the Tom Ridge Center. And we're just hanging out here talking to people. We suddenly realized, like, this is good stuff that we're talking about.
To Joy, who does not want to be on the camera.
So we're not going to show you her.
We want to, but she's still sitting here.
Smiling, lovely. Yeah.
Because she thinks we're brilliant. There's Todd still in the background.
We are brilliant. We are. Oh, there you go.
So we were talking about writing as a vocation or an avocation, and the fact that doing something with your writing. I'm sorry. Yes, my children would call me
Holly
Webster over that.
$3 words.
I don't feel that vocation and avocation is not.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Anyway.
No, go ahead. Call me Webster. That's what all my children refer to me as. I know. But we were talking about that, and doing some of the writing makes sense for a lot of people. People are writing because they want to turn it into a career, because they want to make money at it. But there are some people who write, and it is equally valid to write as simply an avocation.
And just for yourself.
Or for your family. I've met people who are like writing a family history that they plan to give to their kids. I mean,
and actually, I think that's pretty cool. That's actually very cool. I think, well, I'm sure there are some people in some families who would not care, and I do not want to know.
Oh, well,
I think it's cool.
I've been doing family history, and before my mom passed, I called because I was all excited. I found our line that came from the New England area to Pennsylvania, and one of them was an alcoholic who drank himself to death and froze in New York. And I called her up, and I'm like, oh, I found your relative. He died because he was drunk and froze to death. And she's like, why don't you ever call me with good relatives? I'm like, I work with what I got.
Because she can't find them.
That's
I don't know.
Just what it is.
Because you're the good relative. There you go.
So that was sweet. She's going to say something mean again soon. That was very sweet. So, but I do feel that writing, for whatever reason, that creative process is valid. It is
right.
Like with my pottery, and I've had people offer to buy stuff, which is validating and sweet and lovely. I don't feel
and
that
money. There's nothing wrong with money.
Yeah, I don't feel anything I've done to date is worthy of taking money for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me enjoying it for what it is and not feeling I need to make money at it.
But if somebody, why should you though get to say that it's not? If these other people think it is worthy, then who are you to say it's not worthy, Holly? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and these people obviously, your stuff is cool.
It is very flattering to hear that. But writing for the sake of writing, there's a place for that. There's something to be said for that.
Joy wants to say something.
Joy's going to, okay, she won't be on camera. But
we'll repeat what she says, because I don't know if the mics will pick her up.
I love what you're saying about it doesn't have to be paid for to be validated, and that is valid. Also, at the same time, to realize that if people do offer you something for it and you graciously accept it and sell them something, you're helping the whole community, the whole artistic community, to be validated that this isn't, whatever they're doing, isn't just a hobby, because people do tend to think of writing, pottery, any kind of arts as just for fun. So.
Joy's saying I should take money if people offer it to me. Someday
Pretty
I will.
much,
when I have my own studio.
What Joy was saying, though, was the fact that it validates the entire community as well, and it validates the idea, the concept. Because, see, that is also a thing. In our society today, people think art should all be free. All art should be free. All writing should be free. All reading should be, everything should be free. Well, unfortunately, my electric company does not think electric should be free. Yeah. You know, my bank holds the note on my house. They don't think my house should be free. Yeah.
So there is a place for turning something you love into a job, but there's also a place for turning something you love into just something you love.
And absolutely, and I think you do need to have both. Right. Yeah, because it fills a different spot in your soul, I think.
Well, and I'm never going to be, although I've taken all these pottery classes, I am never going to be a working potter. That is not my aspiration, and maybe that'll change, but I just enjoy it, and just finding the joy in that creative process for me is enough.
So there you have it. So you do you, basically. That's kind of what we're saying. You do what makes you happy. And if getting money for your art makes you happy, do that. And if you'd rather just do it for yourself, do that.
There you are. So that's today's episode.
There you go. That's our lesson for today. We will see you next time.
All right.